Hey, it's Nicholas,
And Chase.
and you're watching Posers Must
This
Die.
guy.
At the end of our last recording, I forgot I was going to tell a story about the old days. And so this is going to be like a bonus episode. I'm going to have it released midweek. Chase, I'm going to tell you a story about a guy Jason and I knew back in the old days. And it's gonna take I gotta take a few minutes of preamble to describe this character and then tell the 1 minute humorous anecdote.
All right.
Okay. So it's early 2000s. Okay. Uh, And there is this girl that Jason is friends with who starts dating this guy, Wayne. And Wayne, Jason and I did not like Wayne. I called him Wayne the Pain. And I don't know if you heard me telling stories about Wayne the Pain before. No? Okay. So let me tell you about Wayne. Okay. Wayne was a few years older than us. He might have been 30 even already. Um, he looked like a metal guy. Long hair, denim and leather, leather jacket, jeans, motorcycle boots. Okay. I don't remember if he had a motorcycle, but he was definitely, if he had the money for it, he definitely would have been a motorcycle guy. Wayne looked the part of a metal guy and was kind of like one of those kind of like baseline, like he was into metal, but like he was one of those guys who like knows like 10 bands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, he liked Metallica and Slayer. Okay, cool, we can hang. And then it's like from there, it's like Pantera, Rob Zombie, and then like Kitty, Disturbed. Like if Five Finger Death Punch existed then, he probably would have loved them. Okay, so really, he wasn't really a metalhead. He was really just like kind of a piece of bro trash. But Jason hated this guy, and I tolerated him. He liked me. I don't know why, but Wayne, okay. He was just bro trash. Okay. We went somewhere with Wayne. We're in Wayne's car, and I don't know why we went anywhere with Wayne. Okay. Because again, we didn't like this guy. Okay. He was just, I should tell you, he was like a right winger and he'd already been married and had kids and stuff. And so I think Jason liked this girl. I think that's why it was like, he was like, no, maybe they won't, maybe it won't last. I can get her, and Jason, I know you're watching. So like, look, I'm not talking shit. I'm not trying to talk out of school or anything like that. Just okay, whatever. I don't even remember this girl's name, but Wayne the Pain. We're with Wayne. We're with Wayne one time. We're driving around, and out of nowhere, he pipes up with this, you know, I think my biggest sexual fantasy is like, okay, what?
Oh no.
No, it was something weird, of course. It was like to do a chick on the hood of a cop car. And I immediately go in to like, well, we're listening to Pantera,
Oh my
right?
God.
And Wayne does not know I'm making fun of him.
No,
Wayne
I
does
can't.
not know that I'm mocking him. He's like, yeah, man, exactly. And Jason and I are in the backseat dying, dying laughing at this fucking bro, fucking who does not get that we are laughing at his stupid knuckle dragger favorite band and like his idiotic weird thing that he just shared with us. Like, did you think that that was gonna make us like want to hang with you or like yeah, like we're gonna throw in on that? What a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
So that was Wayne the Pain. And, so I have said, like, if we're going to tell stories that are maybe not necessarily positive, I don't want to use last names. So, like,
Yeah,
I don't even remember what Wayne's last name was, but yeah, that was just one of these characters, that we knew. And we knew all kinds of weirdos back then. Not weirdos, but, how much time are we having on this one? I have no idea. The thing about recording is it doesn't tell me how much time has elapsed.
oh yeah, yeah.
13. That was probably like a 5 minute story. I could tell you about like the old days, like the original squad that we had, like when I first kind of entered the metal scene. We're talking like 2002, summer 2002. That's when I met Jason, and then I quickly met um his roommates. including the outgoing roommate, Phil. Phil, who was a good friend for years, and we had a lot of adventures with Phil, went to a lot of shows. Phil's a nice guy. Um, and his roommate, Nick, not me, the other guy. Nick, nice guy. Saber band was Megadeth. He was like ex-Mormon or something. So, stuff. But another nice guy who hates both of us now for whatever I have an idea why, but it just happens.
Yeah.
Um, and there was so yeah, those that was like kind of the squad. And then we had Dave, Skeevy Dave was the guy on the couch. Dave was not actually Skeevy. Dave is a very nice guy. Um, but I got some stories about Dave. I don't know if I'm gonna tell those just yet.
Yeah.
Well, not gross, but I got to think about if I'm gonna tell a couple of those stories. And I also don't want to embarrass Dave because he's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't want to tell anything that's going to embarrass anybody that I like still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
But Dave was around, but he wasn't like part of the squad. But the other guys that we were hanging out with were this death metal band. They were like kind of like prog death metal band because they had ambitions of being like Opeth, but they didn't have like the songwriting ability. They
Well,
were this band
that's how.
Shadowed Intent, and Shadowed Intent was like five guys, five or six guys actually. It was a uh, I remember some of their last names, but I was just gonna go. It was like Tyler, Noah, Pork, uh, Stu, and Lofty. Most of those names are nicknames. Okay, so that is
Uh,
five guys. And they had like a couple of gigs, and we partied with those guys, and we had a lot of fun. Um, that was the original squad that we hang with, and we would go to, a lot of shows. I mean, with those dudes. I mean, I remember like it was a big deal, when Opeth came and they played. They played a couple of nothing gigs, like, a Battle of the Bands at like the Paris Theater, which did you ever go to the Paris, Phil? Or
I don't
not
believe I
Phil,
did. No.
not Phil. You never went to the Paris. The Paris is a place, God, they would have like local bands or like lame Battle of Bands, but like one time 6 Feet Under played there.
What the hell?
Another lame. Um, but
Hell.
they are terrible. Christopher Barnes is a
No,
garbage person, and that band
okay,
is
yeah, Chris Barnes is a garbage person, but the rest of the band's not bad as far as I know. I mean,
No, I
it's
mean, here's the thing. Terry Butler, formerly of Death, was in 6 Feet Under for years, and he was in the band at that time. And I met him, and he was so nice. Nice
yeah.
guy, Terry Butler. Yay! I remember I had my Holocaust, the Nightcomers shirt, that classic new wave of British heavy metal record. Phil got
Yeah,
me that shirt. He found that shirt for me, and it was like 2X. So it was like hanging off me like a dress. But I did not care at that time. I was like, band I like, wear the shirt. I didn't care. I think Phil found that for me. Yeah. Um, but anyway, and so that was the chat up, like Terry Butler was like, "Hey, where'd you get that shirt?" It's a nice guy.
that's cool.
We also met and hung out with the guy from Anal Blast, who was they were support on that tour. R.I.P. the guy from Anal Blast. He is dead.
Uh,
He's a morbidly obese fellow. He's not alive
Seth,
anymore.
is that Seth
No, no, no.
Putnam or is it?
You're thinking of anal. I don't
Oh,
even
the
know
other one, the
the
C
other
word. Yeah, that one. Yeah, my
AC,
bad.
not AB. I don't want to say the name of that band, but no,
That's
not
no, no,
Seth Putnam. It was not Seth
I can't.
Putnam. Oh my God! If we first of all, the G.G. Allen of metal, Seth Putnam, and I wouldn't if that band was around. If he's dead too. If that band was around, I wouldn't go.
Oh, certainly. I
No,
hear you
I'm
there.
good. I'm good. Band of Blast, it's a stupid, it's like porno grind crap, which is I don't like that stuff,
Yeah,
but
but it's tongue in cheek, and you know that no
they
one
were
there is.
entertaining. Oh my God, that reminds me, the other band that was on that bill was the local death metal band Truculence, and all their stuff is like porno lyrics. It is not my thing, I'll say. I think they're gross, but I don't know them personally. It's nothing
Yeah,
personal, guys. It's just not my thing.
yeah.
I have to be so diplomatic, but I don't want to get punched. You know?
I mean, it's
Um,
better safe than sorry. I mean,
Yeah, like I don't think that band's doing too much business these days. Anyway, I think I'm safe. But like I would see that band a lot though, back in the old days. I would go to all these like hole in the wall bar shows. There were several local death metal bands around that time. They were always playing together. I remember Truculence, Extirpatients, and Devour. and they were, those three bands played together a lot. Um, um, and I saw them a bunch of times, but it's like, uh, uh, yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like this little episode is kind of going nowhere. Do you have a story from like when we would go to shows, you and I would go to shows back in the day?
I remember you drugged me into the first mosh pit I ever properly engaged in. It was at that. Yeah, yeah. I kept always wanting to be part of it, but every time it was like one broke out around me, I'd always kind of like back up, like, okay, okay, next
Yeah,
one, next
sure.
one, next one. But we were it was oh, what was that? Well, Guar. Guar was there. We were upstairs at the Roseland,
Oh,
and
right, right. But they
Guar
Guar
started
would always
playing.
have like,
And
several bands, in support acts.
yeah,
Uh, I mean, I saw Guar several times, and I don't remember who was on the bill. Did we see them with Municipal Waste one time?
we did. We did
Yes, that
indeed.
was the time we saw the Waste. Okay, and
Yep,
I
that was the
must say,
last time we saw Guar. The last time we saw Guar together. I don't know if you saw him after that or not.
I have not seen any post-odorous Guar shows, not yet.
Okay, okay, me either.
Yeah, they're coming in October, but it's a Thursday. I'm like, can't, dude.
Yeah,
Nope.
probably not.
I
Yeah,
have work and I am old. Uh, like we just missed Artillery. We had to pose out of that
yeah.
show. And it's like, look, I
Man.
like Artillery, but they're not like, I don't like, oh my God. It wasn't like my life's gonna end if I don't see them. Like I wanted to go to that, but I'm like, I gotta work the next day. And like I can't be like dead on my feet at my job. Like it's too demanding on me.
No,
So I just yeah, so unless it's like something really special, I just can't do it. But it's great because like okay, the maiden and pre shows are weeknights, but my boss is going to those shows, so I know it's fine. Like yes, like okay. Uh, like uh because I know he's gonna plan our work schedule kind of around like look we're gonna be seeing Maiden like and we're gonna be tired the next day, let's make it a labeling day or whatever. I can't talk about my job on the show. I think it's just
oh, certainly, certainly.
I don't want to get myself in any kind of trouble or whatever, so not that I have any shit to talk, but it's a good idea to not to. I work in the cannabis industry and that's all I'm gonna say, and my job is great, but yeah. Uh, we do reefer, son. But yeah. Um, but yeah, I just thought, hey, how about a little mini-sode, tell a couple stories, and that's good. I need like a good sign-off line, you know?
Yeah, I
So
was thinking that the outro needs a little
I don't know.
work.
I could always just end it abruptly like this.